Well, good morning. I'm so excited to be here in such a beautiful facility with so many people here. It's really inspiring. My name is Daniel Dodd Ramirez. I'm the Assistant Director for CFPB's Office of Financial Empowerment. This year marks the 25th anniversary of the Americans with Disabilities Act, historic civil rights legislation that prohibited discrimination against people with disabilities in all areas of public life. Despite much progress, people with disabilities continue to face significant obstacles when working to achieve economic self-sufficiency. That's why we're excited to launch the R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence initiative, aimed at improving the financial lives of people with disabilities. We appreciate you all joining us today for this exciting event. Before we turn the agenda over to Director Cordray, I'd like to thank a few key individuals and organizations. Special thank you to Michael Morris and his excellent team from the National Disability Institute for partnering with CFPB on this important initiative. And thank you to Richard Peterson from Capital Area Asset Builders and Janet Samuelson and her staff from ServiceSource for hosting us today. Finally, thank you to the 6 host communities and 17 participating organizations from around the country for the important work that you do in your communities and for joining us via live stream today. With that, please join me in welcoming the Director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Director Richard Cordray.
Thank you, Daniel, and we are so impressed and pleased to be here today and to see this outpouring of support. And I just want to thank you all, first of all, for joining us today as we announce the launch, as Daniel said, of the R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence initiative. A large part of our work at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau involves empowering consumers to take control of their financial lives. This first-of-its-kind initiative aims to bring the financial well-being and economic security of individuals with disabilities to improve that for those who are currently working or transitioning into the workforce. And I have remarks here that I will deliver because that's my job. But I also wanted to say that I'm taken back to my roots today, and on a personal note, my father, I've told Janet, spent his entire career working with individuals with mental disabilities. He spent 43 and a half years working for the state of Ohio in various positions. And when I was growing up, my mom was a teacher and social worker. She met her through that work as well. She passed away years ago, by the way. My father is now 97 and continues to take a deep interest and think fondly about the population. We used to tag along, and now I was told today that I can consider that I was community volunteering. But we were just going along with Mom and Dad. But we gained an awareness and an appreciation, and it's what we're talking about today is something that is really important for us to gain more visibility and awareness of this. The reality is we all have strengths and we have weaknesses. We have talents and ways that we can contribute, and we have places where we need help and need support. That's true of all of us, every single one of us. And there are so many ways now for us to accommodate people with disabilities in the workforce and in society, and it is so much easier. Technology has helped, and people's creativity about developing technology has helped. And attitudes are changing, and we need to really accelerate that change. And projects of this sort will be part of that acceleration. So we're very pleased to make this announcement today at the headquarters of ServiceSource, one of the initiative's partner organizations. I would also like to thank all of the other participating organizations and individuals who are joining us via webcast today. This is a national initiative, which, as we said earlier, means it's going to be taking place in various parts of the country, and that's how a national initiative is accomplished. Their efforts will ensure that people with disabilities have the information, services, and tools to take greater control of their financial lives. Through this collaboration between the Consumer Bureau and the National Disability Institute, the R.O.A.D.S initiative, which stands for Reach Outcomes, Achieve Dreams, Succeed, will bring together disability and financial empowerment organizations in 6 communities across the country. In each community, we work together to integrate financial counseling with employment, independent living, and other support services that are being provided to individuals with disabilities. Financial counselors will help these consumers work toward goals to improve their financial health. Lessons gained from the 6 communities will help inform the work the Consumer Bureau and others do across the country to improve the financial well-being of all American consumers, and will give us a chance to build upon this work for the future to every community across the country. The 57 million Americans, that's our best estimate, who live with disabilities are confronted daily with various obstacles, ranging from slight to significant, as they go about their lives, such as lower rates of participation in the workforce, which of course is a financial issue. The unemployment rate for adults with disabilities is nearly 12%, more than double the national average. For many of those who do find jobs, the hours they get are often sporadic and the pay can be insufficient. Lack of work affects many areas of people's lives. A study examining financial challenges among people with disabilities found that limited employment opportunities have negative effects on people's mental and physical health, that's obvious common sense, their housing options, and their participation in the community. This leads many people with disabilities to live on the margins of society when in fact they have a great deal to contribute to the betterment of our society. And part of the issue here, part of the roadblock, is our own awareness of what the opportunities are. And that's something that we can all work to educate one another about. Another problem is that many people with disabilities find they're excluded from mainstream financial services altogether. They're more than twice as likely as other consumers to use non-bank services like payday loans or check cashing to meet their financial needs, which can be more costly and less beneficial in other ways as they try to manage their money responsibly. We also know that 4 out of 5 people with disabilities have no emergency fund they can turn to in a time of crisis. The first step in expanding a person's financial capability is to make sure they have a clear understanding of the money and assets they already have. Thus, the financial counseling made available in this program begins with a full financial assessment. From there, the participants will work with a dedicated financial counselor who will help them set goals, such as improving credit scores, reducing debt, and increasing savings. The counselors will also provide guidance to help program participants open bank accounts, create a budget, and set and achieve personal financial goals. With enhanced financial capability and concrete plans of action, consumers with disabilities will be empowered to take further steps to become more financially stable. At the Consumer Bureau, we're very focused on exploring ways to empower consumers, that's all of us, every one of us in this room is a consumer, to take control of our financial lives. The R.O.A.D.S initiative we're announcing today can play an important part in setting people with disabilities on the path to financial independence, the same path we all want to tread. People with disabilities, like all consumers, deserve to be treated fairly and have access to the information and tools they need to enhance their financial well-being. We will learn things as we partner with you on this initiative, many things that will help us in all the rest of our work, and we deeply appreciate your commitment in working with us to achieve these same goals. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Director Cordray. And now we're going to take a few minutes and hear from our host with ServiceSource, Janet Samuelson.
Hello and welcome. I'm Janet Samuelson, President and CEO of ServiceSource. On behalf of ServiceSource, it's our pleasure to host Director Richard Cordray, his team from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, Paul Tieberger, Vice Chair of the ServiceSource Board of Directors, R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence Project collaborators with us, Michael Morris from the National Disability Institute, and Rich Peterson from Capital Area Asset Builders, as well as all of you who are gathered here and around the country via web link. We're especially pleased that you're here in ServiceSource's brand newly opened National Capital Area Disability Resource Center in Oakton, Virginia. The Resource Center is, as a result of our great partners and collaboration, quickly becoming what was envisioned: a community resource in which people with and without disabilities can access services, such as career exploration and job opportunities, assistive technology, veterans services, information and referral, family support, and so much more. Today, there is not a more fundamental need for the wide diversity of people we serve than financial stability. The R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence program is a long overdue model that will help meet that need. The program will assist people in making more informed financial decisions, setting financial goals, and becoming more financially stable. The individuals we serve will benefit from the lifelong skills that are gained from this program. We look forward to partnering with you in our Delaware and Virginia offices because we know the positive impact R.O.A.D.S will have on the people we serve today and into the future. I especially want to thank the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau for its investment and commitment to people with disabilities by recognizing what financial security means to a person's lifelong success and independence. And now I'd like to invite Rich Peterson, Executive Director of Capital Area Asset Builders, to the podium.
Well, good morning. This is a great day. And on behalf of the Capital Area Asset Builders Board of Directors and staff, we thank you for the opportunity to come together in partnership with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the National Disability Institute, ServiceSource, fellow asset building and disability organizations from across the country, and the community on the launch of the R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence Initiative. You know, at CAB, our daily work is guided by our vision, which is financial security and prosperity for all. And we are humbled to be included in the R.O.A.D.S initiative, as it is truly a proactive and unprecedented groundbreaking demonstration of the concept of the inclusion of all. You know, for many of us in this room here today, we remain painfully aware that far too often the concept of the inclusion for all, unfortunately, did not apply to people with disabilities. We know that people with disabilities in America comprise the most economically vulnerable population in our country, as they are twice as likely to be living at, below, or near the poverty level as their non-disabled peers. We know that approximately 50% of people with disabilities are unbanked or underbanked. But we do know that easy, ready, and supported access to education and non-biased information on financial matters and products are critical in ensuring that people with disabilities can fully participate and thrive in the economic mainstream of America. So today, as Greater R.O.A.D.S DC, the Capital Area Asset Builders, in conjunction with our partner ServiceSource, we proudly join in with each other, 5 pilot partner cities, to launch an ambitious agenda with the aspiration to foster a national community of collaboration that brings together unique partnerships, such as ServiceSource, a disability service agency, coming together with CAB, a financial education and coaching organization, so that together we'll work side by side with adults with disabilities to identify the daily challenges all Americans face in effectively dealing with debt, credit, savings, and the development and protection of lasting assets to pass on to future generations. Our goal is to offer realistic and practical solutions that support and empower people with disabilities in making well-informed financial decisions to establish longer-term goals to improve upon their financial security and, more importantly, their upward mobility. The R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence Initiative will collect, compile, and analyze data from the interactions between the financial coaches and the consumers of this initiative. We will utilize this information so that we can learn, with the support of CFPB and the technical assistance staff from the staff at the National Disability Institute, about what really works and doesn't work in supporting with people with disabilities in creating personal pathways to their better economic future. So thank you for inviting CAB to today's event, and we look forward to working with everyone in the future. And now it's my pleasure to introduce my fellow paisan, Michael Costanzo. Michael's an Army veteran and the program manager of the Warrior Bridges program at ServiceSource. Michael.
Thank you for the colorful introduction. My name is Mike Costanzo, and I'm pleased to join you this morning to launch the R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence program with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. I'd like to thank the CFPB and our partners, the NDI, and the Capital Area Asset Builders for their support of this program. I'm personally aware of the importance of a program that builds financial capability. I'm a recently discharged combat veteran. I was injured in Iraq in 2004, 3 times partially recovered and returned to active duty. While on active duty, military members and their families are protected by the commands they're assigned to. Numerous levels of leadership are looking after them. For example, military housing is a simple process. All the utilities are included. Medical benefits are an entitlement afforded to each service member and their family. For the most part, everything is taken care of for you. Having all these protections in place makes the transition to civilian life even harder. For me, I made the transition from active services from Germany. I landed at Dulles Airport with a small transition stipend and was wished the best of luck by the Army. I had no idea what a housing security deposit was. The fact that I had to pay vehicle taxes was foreign to me, and the thought of investing in my financial future was a complete shock. It was not until someone realized I was financially uneducated till I was pointed in the right direction and given the skills to financially succeed. Today, I'm engaged in a position with ServiceSource that I thrive in, yet even I need help from time to time. Being able to help other veterans overcome obstacles and build successful lives is very important to me. One of the biggest issues we see is that veterans do not have the necessary experience managing their money, planning for the future, or building financial capability. This often leads to problems that have long-lasting and difficult to reverse ramifications. I see the financial education and planning supports of the R.O.A.D program as being something that can help me and my family reach my financial goals and help other veterans with disability engage in the program so they can plan for a better, enriching civilian life. I'm excited to be part of this program and have it available as a resource for my veterans. I understand from firsthand experience the value of a program that educates people with disabilities, including veterans on how to attain financial independence. Everything ties together, transitioning to civilian life, the need for a home, the need for the job, and the need for emotional supports for success. Financial security and stability plays a critical factor in every aspect of a successful transition. I look forward to utilizing this program to help the veterans I support through the Warrior Bridge program achieve long-term success. I thank the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau for their support, and thank you everyone for being here today. Please allow me to introduce David Transiletto from our Career Center.
Third time today that's fallen. Sounds like we're on.
Thanks, Mike. Loved your inspiring message, and thank you for your service to our country. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Good morning. My name is David Transiletto. I am very excited to be here today to celebrate the launch to the R.O.A.D.S to Financial Independence program in partnership with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the National Disability Institute, the Capital Area Asset Builders, my employer ServiceSource, and project collaborators around the country. I am especially pleased to be involved with the program, and I hope to become a model of what can be achieved through these kinds of collaborations and investments. I am a person with a disability. Some are observable, and others you can't see, they're hidden. I have received excellent support through my academic pursuits and as I enter my chosen career field from my family and friends, educators, vocational rehabilitation, and ServiceSource. Currently, I work as a Career Center support specialist. I greatly value the opportunity to assist persons with and without disabilities to become connected to the services that they need and the opportunities they desire. I also have dreams of my own. Eventually, I would like to live independently on my own. At some point, I hope to learn to drive, have the learner's permit. I would like to obtain my driver's license and one day even own my own vehicle. I would eventually like to rely less and less on people and services that support me, particularly paratransit. A more thorough understanding of my comprehensive financial situation and the cost of my support needs to include my medical expenses and the ability to adequately and plan efficiently and effectively for my future is a critical element to making my dreams of independence and self-sufficiency more than just a dream, but my reality. I will work hard to benefit from all that the Roads to Financial Independence program will offer me, and I will achieve my goals and dreams. I also know that as I demonstrate the benefits of such a program through my own experience and success, that I will make it easier for others to gain the same opportunities. Once again, I would like to thank the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, the National Disability Institute, the Capital Area Asset Builders, ServiceSource, as well as all the other program collaborators around the country for the opportunity they are providing me. I cannot wait to get started. Thank you.
Thank you very much, David. In closing, the ROADS initiative is designed to deliver information, tools, and support to individuals through coordinated partnerships with disability and financial empowerment organizations in 6 communities. We all know how hard partnership is and how hard it is to do true collaboration. I ran a poverty reduction initiative in Savannah, Georgia before I moved to Washington, D.C. to work with the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. And I'm just inspired by the amount of partnership that's in this room, but it's also evidenced in the communities around the country that are watching us today. We understand the National Disability Institute gets that. They understand the power and the importance of recognizing the partners that are on the ground doing the hard work. And so I want to take a moment and just recognize the organizations around the country and the partnerships that are evidenced in their collaboration. The communities and organizations involved include the United Way Central Alabama, along with the Disabilities Rights and Resources in Birmingham, Alabama, ServiceSource Virginia and Capital Area Asset Builders here in the greater Washington, D.C. metro area, the Delaware Department of Health and Social Services, along with ServiceSource Delaware. In Finger Lakes, New York, Alternatives Federal Credit Union, Cornell Cooperative and Extension Center, Finger Lakes Independence Center, Ithaca Housing Authority, Tompkins County Workforce New York, Challenge Workforce Solutions, and the United Way of Tompkins County. In Austin, Goodwill Industries of Central Texas. And finally, the Washington State Department of Vocational Rehabilitation, Neighborhood House, the City of Seattle, the Financial Empowerment Network, and the Washington Access Fund in Seattle, Washington. We're grateful to all of you for recognizing the value of this initiative and providing these important services to consumers with disabilities. We know that people with disabilities cut across race, gender, and geography. And so we believe that the lessons and best practices we identify through ROADS will help to inform the broader field and help to improve the financial well-being of all consumers. Thank you all, and have a great day.